There's those guys over on the other bank. Steve knows how to pan for gold in style. Zero gravity. So here's my classifier with a shovel load, and it is on top of my pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and, whoops, do that. Jiggle it in the water. You can see some of the sand's already there. So I'm gonna save the rest of that, and we'll get to doing the panning part. Fail. Hello. Are we live? Are we live tonight? It's so good to see you guys. Did you like that? Did you like the gold panning fail? I thought I'd share my favorite moment of video editing so far. That is going to be coming to a theater near you quite soon, as soon as I get done crunching that video. But leave it to me to create new and interesting ways of gravity panning. Welcome to the live stream. It's Friday Night Live, and I have so much coming at you tonight. Thank you for joining. There should be eyefuls and eyefuls. If you don't like eyefuls of rocks, maybe you've come to the wrong place. But I see that Kyle, World of Rockhounds, is in the chat, and I've got some rocks from Kyle's rock piles and from my box that he was holding hostage in the very nicest way. And so we're going to go through that stuff. And then, as if that wasn't going to be enough, just rock bombardment for your eyes. But we also have Allison, Prairie Girl, rocks in the house later. She's coming on, and we're going to open up this here package right here. How did I sit on this for a week? It was uncomfortable. And she said that there was literally a party in there. And so I can't believe that I've left that party all stoved up in one place for this long. But we'll be cracking that bad boy open tonight with her. And so that's all to come. And let's get some Steinkerns and some hellos out of the way. I hope you guys all had a great 4th of July, and that you are rock hounding or doing some kind of fun camping or what have you this weekend. What's in your moose? Steinkerns away. And let's get on with this thing. Oh, yeah. Kid Curry's in the house. Spot is here. Melissa is here. Sonia is here. And Boot, the spicy one, is in the house as well. Ken is here also. And Dubs is here. Now, is it Dubs or Dubs? Because we have some varying pluralistic nomenclature here. Did I just say that? Oh my goodness, that Opal guy is also here. Jenny is in the house. Lava Bison, good to see you. Thanks for coming. And let's see, we've got, of course, did I already say Allison? She is most certainly also here for sure. And let's see, Kid Curry is hoping that everyone woke up with all their fingers this morning. Did anybody else join Allison for her block party? That was super fun. If you didn't have a chance to hang out, go and get a rebate on the 4th of July, especially if you didn't have great fireworks. And let's see, we have... depends if you're American or British, Australian, hee. All right. So we'll go ahead and work with the pronunciations accordingly. And perhaps we can tell where we're from, what part of the UK or Bayou by the way that we say your name. And the bear is in the house. Rocky Mountain Bear, good to see you, Rocky. Let's see. Ryan is also here. Fabulous. Good to see you. Joseph is here in the house. Hey, Rockin' Wheelers. What's up with your claims? I would love to hear how everything is going with your own exploits of gold and minerals and all the good things that you might be digging for. Chris is here. Good to see you, Chris. I don't know if I already said that. I think it oftentimes, and sometimes it just doesn't make it all the way down to the oral situation. So just know that I'm thinking of you all. And I will say hi to most, I think. And so it looks like we've got John in the house. Very, very good to see you. And he is saying, hi, everybody, and rock on. And I think a hi is a great status, and we all love to rock on. So thank you so much for that. And let's see what else is going on with you guys this evening. Tell me if you are going rock hounding. I would love to know if you have got some new spoils. If not, how are you staying cool? Because I do understand that some of us all are having some kind of a heat related event. I think I saw something like that was going on for Kyle over there in the valley. And let me tell you that there are plenty people from the valley over here on the beach for sure. I look down and I see lots of bodies. And it was, I think, 80 degrees here today. That's hot for an Oregon beach, up or down the coast here. That is a bona fide, real live beach day. We don't get very many of them, so that was pretty impressive. Ken says there were great fireworks coming from the next street to the east and 4 streets to the west. They had a competition. It was fantastic at 1 in the freaking morning. I'm feeling you. I am feeling you, and I'm sorry about that, Ken, because I would imagine that you might have been trying to get some shut eye about then. Not on the 4th, not with people having their fireworks. I love fireworks. I loved watching Allison's. Like I said, we had a plentitude on the beach also, and they were fun up until about, I don't know, 10. And there were some going off at 11, and there were some going off at 12, like the full mortar ones. And so, yeah, the dogs were under the bed, and there were some definite jitters. We also have some that happen in our bay, so on a full on barge and super safe, super beautiful. That was cool to see. Let's see, we have, oh my gosh, that's hot. Was only 103 today. That's an improvement. Boy, that's a scorcher. No wonder you're making the hot, hot jewelry. If you didn't see that stuff over there in the Discord, go check it out. We were seeing in one of those Ocho agates, the geodes, it looked like a heart on the inside, but it was mostly black and white. I thought that was pure hotness, and I didn't mind saying so. And so if you are not over on our Discord, you are invited. Perhaps one of the wrenches could throw up. Don't throw up, actually, unless, it calls for that. Perhaps that's your recovery from yesterday. But if you could throw up one of the links in the chat, wherever I'm supposed to be pointing for that, then you can go ahead and jump on. The link will be good for about 48 hours. And we will love to see you over there in the playground that we call our Discord, where you can go ahead and do the shows and tells and hang out with everybody all week long in between all of the different live streams. In fact, there's a upcoming video channel right there at the Discord. So if there's somebody getting ready to post a new video or have a premiere or have a live stream, you can go check that out and always know where to be hanging out. I believe that Alleluia was having a live earlier today. And of course, we have Kyle all weekend long doing his fantastic live streams. Tomcat is on Wednesdays at about 5:30, and that is always a good time. And I think Rufo was talking about, and I haven't seen him yet in the chat, but if Rufo's somewhere around lurking, because I know that is usually happening, then there were some noises about him having a live stream sometime tomorrow with some live gold panning, and I want to be there. So hopefully we can figure out when that's going on. And thank you so much, Ken, for being the handy tool master flash there with the wrench. And so you can hit that Discord link to join. And Amy is in the house, the Mrs. World of Rockhounds. And so she is saying that I saw it's currently 75 where you're at. Is that right? Bet all the peeps are headed your guys' way this weekend. It is true, Amy. It was 80 degrees here today. And so it's starting to like kind of calm down a little bit and go back into the 70s. That's bona fide beach day action here on the Oregon coast. Can't believe it. We also have our county fair going on right now. So you know that is a complete what show. Like lots of people that are coming down here to hang out and get out of the heat, which I don't blame them. That's, I'm here. I definitely landed here quite solidly to enjoy what is our weather. And so Rufo just said that they got off work just now and heard the name. Right, your ears must be blazing right now. We would love to know what's going on for your live tomorrow. Not sure what time Chris is saying. So perhaps in the next little while, if you think about it, and come to a conclusion on what time you'd like to go on, you are welcome to share that information, and hopefully we can get a link going for you, Chris. And let's see, we've got some other stuff. What's going on here, Spot? Sonia caught me again. Some of you are just sharp to sneak past, just to curl up in the corner. the lurkins, I guess, eh? And let's see what else we've got. Did I say hello to Sean? So we've got Outdoor Adventures with Fade, and this is great. There's some love coming from Rockin' Wheelers to Mr. Sean. Fade, Rosie likes your videos. I love it. This community is so cool and so tight. Everybody, shares all the good and all the loves. And so, like I said, when y'all have your videos coming up, your premieres coming up, your lives coming up, make sure to post them up on the Discord so that we can all land there and hang out with you. We do love to support everybody. And if you happen to see somebody's live go up, or all those things that I just mentioned, and you'd love to invite everybody, one great way you can go ahead and share it, but also post it up on that Discord, because a lot of times I'll miss it. I won't get the notification, even if I have notifications on, YouTube sometimes, and I'll see it in the Discord. It'll do the bloop on my screen, and hippity ho I go. And so we've got Scott is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And I can't get over whether I want to say dubs or doobs. It works either way, doesn't it? For different things. And it looks like we are chatting back and forth in the chat, which is the objective here. And so I think what we definitely need to do is get rolling with our beautiful things that we got over at Kyle's. And if I'll go ahead and treat to a little story. Kyle and I don't live that far away from each other, which is pretty ridiculous that we don't see each other way more often, but that coast range has the tendency to get a little bit in the way, I guess. Terrible excuse. I think I need to make it there much sooner. on the heels of this last trip so that I can join you for one of those live streams that you do with the sales and help out. And so that's definitely going to be something that happens. And so I got to go over to the Kyle pile. So I went over to the valley, and I was there because I had a scheduled visit for my dad visiting the hospital. And so I was a bit wound, and I asked Kyle if it would be cool if I came over, and of course that was all right. And so I went on over there, and it was super neat to see the whole studio setup. You know, it's so cool being backstage and seeing all of those rocks. It was very difficult to not just get like absorbed into that. I had trouble making words for a bit of the time. And then we got to check out the rock pile, of course, which was really, really super neat to do. And so we were looking at, you guys that were watching the last weekend of lives, he had some of the blue forest material from Wyoming in the acid, and he was showing me some of those pieces, and I like, holy buckets, are they just amazing, amazing. And so we got to look at those, and let's see, bringing that up so that I can move it. There we go. And that guy, holy amazings, and some just really, really beautiful wood. And then Karen found some wood in the piles itself, and that might look familiar to you from the thumbnails. And I did like just nose my way through the rock pile quite a bit, but starting with the wood, he can attest to that. I was absolutely mesmerized by, oh my goshness, that was going on there. And so let's see, I totally missed some stuff. Yeah, the temptations were just completely off the Richter. And it looks like Cheryl is now in the chat, and welcome in, and thank you so much for that, Ken. Really, really appreciate that. And so I was so nicely distracted from what was going on, that I needed to take care of with my dad, and we got to play with rocks instead. Now this looks like a sushi platter to me. Some sashimi of some moss agate that I did get from Kyle. And so actually we might want to get some of this wet. And so I've got some water, and we'll wetten this a little bit so that you can see how super, super nice. This is Maury Mountain, and I've done some rock finding at Maury Mountain. If any of you have the Oregon, oh gosh, I can't remember which guide it is, but one of the rock hounding guides has Maury Mountain moss agate on the actual cover. It's so flippin' pretty. And so there is your reds and your greens, and it does have the tendency to have druzy pockets and ochre pockets. I love this moss agate so much. And so that was one of the things that when offered, because Kyle did say like, hey, you want to, why don't you take a few pieces of stuff out of the rock pile? I was immediately magnetized towards getting some of the Maury. One of the rules that we have is if you go pluck it yourself, it's kind of like pardon me, rather glass mute, brain completely gone. I guess it was warm enough for some bakitude in my head, but we can use stuff that we get off of claims, but we can't use stuff that we get off of BLM, obviously. And yet this stuff is old stock from an estate sale, and so I can use it. And so, yay for that! So I'll be using this beautiful Maury Mountain because otherwise, the stuff that I get to find, I don't get to use so much. In the stuff that I've found, or rather used in the past, I got from like the Mitchell rock shop, and that wonderful rock shop that they used to have in Prineville that closed recently. Um, and so you can see this stuff is absolutely exquisite. I love the deep mossing in it. And see, there's a druzy pocket like I was telling you about. I just cut this stuff today. Um, Having so much stuff to catch up on, but I couldn't wait, and I knew I wanted to feature some of this stuff on the live tonight. And so look at that. That's going to make such a neat cabochon, and I want to pair it with some of the reds that we got both at Gem Fields, and then of course, that a no-brainer is some of the reds that we have with our sunstones. And so this stuff is just beautiful. And we love sashimi. Joseph, we are on the same page when it comes to that is for sure. Bison says whoa. And Melissa's saying those colors, Jeebus. Yeah. And Jenny says, more Maury. Oh man, I'm telling you, Lisa, good to see you in the house. I was hoping that you'd be here. She's saying awesome. And Cheryl saying Kyle gave Karen access to the secret chamber. I don't think so, not yet. I think I get to go a few more times before I get access to the secret chamber. Look at how much this is changing through those slices. This is only one piece that I had a chance to get cutting on. Look at how big these ribbons of the moss are. I mean, they're like, that's a tighter bit, and there's the other side of that druzy pocket that we had in the other piece. I'm wondering how close I dare get and have you guys still be able to see it. Isn't that gorgeous? That's gonna make such a nice cab. And I mean, it's like those mossings are just like drapery. I mean, they're just elegantly draped. I just am so in love with this stuff. So thank you so much, Kyle. Like, it doesn't take much, I guess. You can see a nice little saw blade mark through the middle of that. I guess I was probably being a little bit too aggressive. Let's see, trying to get that. Like, you can see that the color goes through an kind of grassy green there, and it'll go all the way to ochre colors. It's just really neat material. And just here's the last bit of excitement here. And there is a rose, right, Ken? Okay, so I'm not just the only one tripping, right? And Lava Bison says you can pick them, Karen. It's a good thing that I just walked away, and I didn't just. He literally was being so generous. He's like, take more, and I really just had to walk away, you guys. So there's the rest of the chunk. And what's neat about this is, this is what it looks like when it's wet. This is not what it looks like when it's in the ground. It looks very dirty, very hard to know what you've got. But a commonality with the Maury Mountain stuff is just the most intricate and beautiful bots. And so, even if you don't have the most lovely moss agate, it has the tendency to be really, really beautiful agate. And it's truly agate because you do get fortification lines in there. You can kind of see in those vugs where the quartz is growing, those milky little spaces in between these tendrils of moss. I mean, that looks like an underwater scene in the ocean to me, like great big bunches of kelp and that sort of thing. But yeah, you'll have your fortification line. So it's true agate, whereas some of the moss quote agate is actually moss chalcedony, but who's counting stuff. And so another thing, long slender pieces turned into bracelets. Yes, please sign me up. I do love using the agates, like the graveyard point agate and moss agate, things like that, on bracelets, because they're so tenacious. You set those stones, and even if you slam that break it that was sort of Freudian and punny. Break it, the bracelet, down on a countertop or something like that. You really have to work hard to break that stone, and so that was what I was thinking, and that's where the amalgam of that word came from. But truly, they are good stones to put into jewelry that sees a lot of action like a bracelet does. That you have the tendency to sort of beat those stones up, and so it's nice to not have a real soft stone, and moss agate is great for that. Now I'm going to light her up because you have to see moss agate from the back, or rather the backlit. I don't know about seeing its backside. I don't know how exciting that is. I think both sides are pretty darn good. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit behind also on the chat. It looks like where did I see somebody who I think is new? It looks like Tomcat Josh is in the house, and so too is Tiger Eye. Good to see you guys. And yes, definitely the Octopus's Garden. So cool. And one of my favorite things to do is see moss agate from backlighting, and this is so pleasurable. It is such a cool light show, and those colors. There aren't a whole lot of moss agates that I'm aware of that carry the same kind of really neat variety of colors as these Maury Mountain ones do. And so I have a profound appreciation and excitement for these things. I'm seeing how close I dare get it without going totally out of focus for you guys. But yeah, this stuff is so primo. And so thank you, like I said, again, from Kyle for being super duper generous. And this stuff will be getting cabbed and shined up probably if this wonderful weather that we're having persists. Then we'll get this stuff going. Let's see, how do I want to do this? There we go. We'll get this stuff going, and you'll be able to see some of the cabs and stuff like that are coming out of that very, very soon. And all right, looks like we're keeping up really good. And so the next thing that we have here is, let me move the sushi. Nom noms. I would love to eat that. Like I said, don't eat it, Karen. Don't be licking the rocks. Okay, so here's like as if that little chunk, I mean, which isn't a little chunk, wasn't awesome enough. And I have a question for you guys. How many of you like slablets? So, there's like full slabs, which I don't know, like it's kind of like nubbins. There's different sizes for slabs. These are almost not quite slabs. I would call them slablets. A true slablet would be this little guy here. I got this little end guy and trimmed it up. It's going to be great. There's some wonderful, you can see how clear that is. And so there's some wonderful green moss that's like all just the green stuff. And so, this is easy peasy, like a couple cuts and I'm into the cabs. And so slablets to me are wonderful because it doesn't take that much work to cut them down and get them rolling into cabs. What do you guys think? Um, yeah, I wanted to ask that question really quick. And so just when you thought it couldn't get better, she lights it up, right, Cheryl? I love that. And Melissa loves slablets. Yep. Gotta love them. Well, I'm getting those answers going. I'm gonna get you guys the next thing to look at. And so yeah, here's my hand. Here's not slablets. And so that other piece I got because I knew I could cut it easily, and that it would be something that I can use just right away. And yum yum slablets, heck yeah. And why do people insist on taking perfectly good rocks and cutting them into little slices? Only harvesting a rock like that if we're gonna use it. I mean, I don't like need to make little slices for any other reason, really. I just more to share around. Slice the loaf of bread so that like everybody can have a piece. That's pretty much my deal there. But I get it. I do love keeping pieces as specimens as well. Yes, I love slablets. Gotta love those guys. And why did I start to hear the Chili's baby back ribs when he said slablets? Yeah, right. I want my baby back, baby back. That mossy back is so good. Um, right, and then I like this, leaving the ends. Yeah, so you got those pretty end caps. Like you saw that beautiful botryoidal little butt there that I had going on. And so yeah, there's definitely room for that. So then we have these guys, the big boys, and here we have another vote for the slablets. Yeah, just love them for jewelry making or cab making, however you want to count that. This is definitely a big enough piece that I'm gonna have to probably throw this on the 20-inch saw. And I'm looking forward to doing that, getting some nice big slabs, because in that regard, bigger things can be made, like lamp panes and of course knife handles and things like that. And this is some more of the Mori. And I just can't believe that Kyle was willing to share this stuff. Kyle, if you need a real slab, like not just a slablet, but a slab off of this guy, I would be more than willing to cut you one. And when I say that, I mean like Steve, because he loves to run the big saw. And so at any rate, we'll go ahead and load that in there because it's definitely inches. I would say, let's see, I don't even have to really guesstimate on that because I've got at least 6 inches here. So yeah, it's about 6 inches wide by I would say maybe 8 inches long, if not maybe even a little bit longer than that. And so and then you've got the height as well, which I don't know, we're looking at least 4 inches. And so that's way bigger than a 10-inch saw can handle. And we're definitely, if you're talking about 8 inches and you want to get that entire length, then you need at least a 16-inch saw for that. And so there's that, or maybe even that 18-inch, just to be safe. And so grinding off my nails. Yeah, that is so what lapidaries are all about, eh? If you've got the short nails on the left side, you might be playing an instrument. If you've got them on the right or your dominant hand, it's probably a lapidary. And if you've got short nails on both of them, either you bite them or you're a lapidary and a musician. So how's that? Lesby Rockin' is in the house. Good to see you. I've seen a light fixture made with slablets, chandelier light. Can you imagine it with this? Yes, yes, I can. I did my maker's challenge out of Graveyard Point, little slablets, and I really, really would love to do a moss agate one. And so, yes, yes, indeed, there is a potential there for that for sure. Somebody's making cookies, or at least Ken is making Spot some cookies. That sounds so good. Think of it as prime rib. I like that. So Cindy, I don't know if I said hi to Cindy. Goodness gracious, losing track here. I think of it as prime rib, meant to be cut in slices and enjoy. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I figured. I bet you have plenty of that, and you can cut all the knife handles that you need. But yeah, this is such pretty, 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 pretty stuff. I really, really appreciate it. Like I said. All right, so we have 8-inch if you want the entire length. My mind, whoa. Yeah. Yeah. I won't even touch that. Yeah, that even gets worse. LOL, playing the lapidary instrument. Exactly. Yeah, we all know about the short nails now, don't we? For sure. Um, and Ken says, I'll gnaw on the whole prime rib too. No need to cut it either. Just give me some horseradish, right? Or is that the type of thing you put in the tumbler, Ken? Yeah, we had a great conversation about music making over on the Discord as well. You know, we're getting a band together. So those of you out there that play instruments, go ahead and we'll just get a whole orchestra going. And so at any rate, we've got this guy, and I will share pictures of this or video or what have you as soon as we get into some of the cutting. You can see there's such a variety of color there. And if you can't, perhaps I do need to make this a little bit wet before it makes its exit. And oh yeah, there we go. There, we'll just give it a little splash. Blop, blop, blop. Yeah, see? And what's neat about, again, like the Mori material changes a bunch throughout. I've found all kinds of different, and you see that this has a lot more of like a sea foamy lightness in between the tendrils of the moss. And so it's going to be really exciting and interesting to see what this one cuts up like. It's just not going to be as, I don't think anyway, as deep in color as that other one. So we've got some nice variation. That one, it looks like we have like some strawberry ice cream over here, and we have some pistachio, maybe some mint going. And so yeah, that's going to be amazing. So excited. And it looks like we have John in the house, late to the party, but not quite, because the party is apparently in the bag that Allison brought us, and we have been dragging, looking at this wonderful stuff from Kyle. And so actually you're just in time, because you at the very least haven't actually missed the party. And so welcome in. We've got the banded agate, so that's great, Cindy. I couldn't resist some of the good old fashioned, really, really nice petrified wood. You saw me in that. And like I started in with I did ask politely, do you have any moss agate? And so that was like the first thing that I grabbed. And then I was, definitely drawn over to the petrified woods again. And he's like, yeah, go ahead and take some. And so I took this piece. It might not be showing up so good on the YouTube, maybe, but this has extremely large cellular structure, and it's hugely agatized, as you can see. I'm almost wondering if this is a piece of Montana, because it's got like some dendrites like you would find in Montana. And so it could be a Montana piece of petrified wood agate. And in that case, it's going to be absolutely spectacular to cut and it's going to kill my saw blades. So, two great things. But I love that sunshiny yellow, and I love these huge cells. And of course, you know me, I'm going to be studying that piece and then also going to be having a lot of fun with whatever I can make out of the rest of it. And let's see, I know I'm missing some stuff, and so I will banded shirt. I love that too. You guys, we've got, both band names and then also, the names for our first albums and all the songs. And so there's plenty of room for all these wonderful names, of course. And we have this piece of the wood as well. And yeah, that cell structure and the other one is great. Now, I think that Kyle was saying that this is mystery wood that they were looking at actually on the live. And because I was doing things, I was trying to get some work done over the course of the lives last weekend. I might have missed when you guys were dealing with the mystery wood. But here is a piece of what he said that was, and it's got some really neat colors. I'm going to get it wet. And this guy almost got cut today, but I just sort of ran out of time. But look at how interesting what's going on in there is. And so we've got some dark wood, and we have some green and some yellow ochre, and it's so pretty. Look at that. So I can't wait to cut that. And, maybe we can clarify what the mystery is if I can do some tests on some of these pieces. And so we'll slice and dice and, when I stop playing so hard and having all these other things in the studio that I have to do, I'm ever so dangerously close to doing the thin sections and doing the whole petrified wood project. It's gravid. It's almost there, you guys. And so, and especially now that I have a camera that works with both of my microscopes, that was one of the hiccups that I had going on, was that I could not go farther with the petrified wood project if I didn't have a camera that I could be taking pictures with the microscope that goes up to 1,000. And so we are in luck, guys. Everything is working together, and we'll be getting to that. And so that is the stuff that Kyle did share from the rock pile, and that was super duper extra double amazing. And then of course I thanks again, Kyle. I don't know if I can thank you enough. We also, gosh, I should have had this box open before. I don't know why boxes are being challenging, but we also had all this wonderful stuff that I love the way that Kyle sends his stuff. We have some really pretty opals that are Ethiopian opals. This one with reds and greens. I love unpackaging all of the fun. We have these guys. And so I'm in love with this guy. That's going to look so cool with, I was kind of thinking of pairing that with some of the opal from here in Oregon, that has those same tones of gold. Wouldn't that be a lovely pairing, and like maybe a sunstone with it too, and like just load up a piece with some incredible color. And we have and this one was from Diane. So also thanks so much, Diane, for that. It is absolutely beautiful. And we have this cool aquamarine, and this is a fixer-upper. So I think that there's a teeny weeny chip somewhere, and so I get to go ahead and dop this bad boy up and do a recut. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun because look at how big and juicy it is. So like when stones are small and you do a recut, that's kind of scary. But doing a recut on a big stone, practically can't go wrong. And guess what? That's like already a trillion kind of. And so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to do a trillion on that. I loves me my trillions. And so Jenny wants to find a new type of wood and call it Steve Winwood. That's great. Yeah, do some science because obviously we can we can name what we find if it's a new species. So, Jenny, maybe you need an in on our project so that we can find the Stevie Winwood together. um, yeah, great flash. I'm always super beguiled by some yummy flash, and here's another one that that like that red isn't from my sign. That red is from it. And so here's another one with some super yummy flash that will definitely be getting popped into some fun jewelry here. Oh, is it topaz? D. Okay, topaz, blue topaz, guys. Does it say it? No. I love Kyle for like being my training wheels for my brain. I can't remember. Looked awfully aquamarine to me, like just coming out of the box. But I love blue topaz. Corrected, standing corrected, and I think that's gonna even make it more fun to cut. I think that topaz is going to be even easier peasier. And so what a fun project that's going to be. Thank you, Kyle. I don't want to be wearing any egg on my face, like just being misleading and whatnot. Yeah, that green one is a killer. Absolutely, Allison, for sure. Did we get to see these get wrapped too? Probably at some point. And I love these Orby guys. These are awesome fun to play with jewelry ensembles. So rounds are one of my favorite things to pair with other shapes, and you can see we've got some wonderful color in there. The one that's rotating to the bottom right now, like seriously, are you even kidding me? What a fun little thing. I love small things that have big voices, and opals are always like that. Like you can have a dainty piece of jewelry that you plan and have this like stone set in this dainty piece of jewelry that just sucker punches you. And I do love that very much. And then, that beautiful blue and green going on next door to it. And then, the other pair of those two would make a great earring pair, kind of being a little bit more similar in their body tones and their color dispositions. And so, ooh, I can't wait to work with those also. Such good times. A sweet little quartet, yes. like like a little chorus of a string quartet, uh, playing some Vivaldi or just rocking out. Here is some rough that I got from Kyle, and it's hard to tell when you are seeing these guys during the live, but I was trying to hedge my bets on obviously color and having maybe some clarity so I could do some faceting because I really, 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 really want to do some faceted opals. And I think that this is going to be a nice, like it's a little, like a touch on the cloudy side for maybe, being super awesome as far as a faceted cut go, but I'm not doing it anyway because I really, really think this is a pretty stone. And so, what cut do y'all think this little guy would look at? And I mean, look at like it has some flash that is really, really outstanding. And so, yeah, and it probably won't have to lose too much weight if you see how it's already got a table. And that was another thing I was looking for is like, okay, what's already kind of like on the preformed side, not too much sand to get rid of. And so, oh, look at that. It's so shiny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it'll be probably a pretty decent one. Let's see. And I have a big no from that opal guy. Was that to the faceting? You're gonna have to tell me. let's see. If opals were music, it would be some angelic music, definitely. Uh, Definitely the pretties, and that opal guy is dying on the inside. And Cindy would love to see a marquee. And Lisa says a rose cut. And Ken says an emerald cut. And Domed Cabochon says that opal guy only. And let's see. Looks like Joseph is getting ready for doing some more tripping. Good for you. And I know Kid Curry is saying that we're going to need to give the Opal guy some CPR. Rose cut for sure. Big flat face, says Rufotris. And yes, Spot saying that you missed out on the Allison's live, and we're sorry that the universe had different plans for you. You can definitely go check out that live. It was super duper fun as far as the watching the fireworks. Now, Dawn, um, I would say that most of the time I am super down with making cabochons out of opals, and have only done so actually so far, or free formed, some kind of a like the boulder opals being kind of a different animal, doing some different like flatter free forms with the boulders, but with the black opals and the Ethiopians that I've worked on so far, definitely domes. But I really, really, really like what happened when Patrick faceted. And I've been working on some moonstones that I did some rose cuts on, and I really, really like what happened with those too. And so I'm going to play with it. Now, one of the things that used to be a rule with especially like opals from Australia is you wouldn't facet them, because they would be sort of wasted that way, because most of the ones except for the gel, like the jelly or the crystal opals, there's no reason why you would ever facet it. It's not going to help the light play in it at all. But if you've got a clear opal, then there's a little bit more incentive to go ahead and play with the light in it. And so that's why I'm interested, and I promise that no opals will be seriously harmed in the making of those gems. Yeah, and I just want to kind of let you in on, like, I understand like why not to do it, and I'm proceeding with caution with opals that would perhaps do better, or at least all right, with the light play being allowed in. And so there we go with that explanation, because I totally respect when folks have their reactions. I totally get it. Um, and so this is aquamarine, I believe, Kyle, if he's still out there. Some delicious kind of lower grade, like not facet grade, but super fun cabochons. And I was thinking about setting these into some big wonderful. And so how much fun would these guys be with some of that moss agate, doing some paired dynamic duos in some nice like cuff bracelets and things like that. So let me know what you think about that. That's going to be super fun. And Opal guy likes faucets. Especially faucets that like opals come out of, right? And Ken's telling me, harm them opals. You guys are hilarious. All right, here's a topaz that is actually, no, it's a citrine. Like I'm gonna have like Kyle going nuts over there. And so it looks super nice and clear for some faceting. And so I did get this rough so that I could practice on a citrine before I go straight to Lisa's big, fat, huge, enormous, awesome, colorful citrine to do the Pharaoh's eye of a facet. So I'm going to play with this citrine first and make sure that I know how to properly deal with that material before I endeavor to do. If I do the Pharaoh's Eye with her huge citrine, then that's going to be like a showpiece. That'll just be, I'll probably never set it. It'll just be, something that goes in a case. So anyways, this is experimental citrine. And so, I guess people probably won't have any fits about me doing some crazy stuff to that. Junker. Team fasted all the way, says Melissa. And Soul Adventurous Cheryl, what the name of the triangle shape one? Trillion. Yes. And trillions are right now my absolute favorite, although I did see there was a vote for a marquee, and I do love marquees too. And so if I get something that is like kind of more oblong, then a marquee would be nice. And Ken said something about an emerald cut, and emerald cuts. Boy, if you've got a square like a tourmaline or something like that, for sure, all day long. And so if I have a preform of a opal that had that kind of rectangle, then for sure. And lastly, but not leastly, we have this beautiful piece of fire agate. And I don't even remember getting this. So I think this must be a gift, or I was sleep claiming, which probably happens too. But I think I'm going to potentially actually do a little bit more of a contour cut on this, and go after maybe a little bit more color, maybe do a little testing to see if I can't dive in there and get just a touch more color out of there. And so that was my super extra double fun box. And I can't wait to fill another box here soon. And I think I actually had some other rough as well. So I think I put it to the side already because I was out in the very hot outdoors earlier, and I did actually fling one of the opals that I was working on. Now that opal guy is really going to have a aneurysm now. I actually had it flick out of my hand, and it went into the giant escalonia. That is this huge bush. I mean, it's like it's got to be 16 feet tall, and as many feet wide and length. It's just huge. It's like it comes past my second story, and that opal just shot into there, and it's probably gone forever. And so I had some of the other opals out, like new candidates to go in. There was, some tears, and I did try to go out there with a flashlight and a UV light, and I haven't found it yet. Someday I might find it. Asher cuts are nice. I'm going to have to look at that. And one of these days I'm going to get a fantasy cut situation so I can do that too. Yes, into the shrubbery, Ken. Ugh. All right, so it is time to bring our illustrious guest on. So I'm going to bring this off, and I'm going to add, oh, she's so small. Way. There she is.
Awesome.
It's so good to see you. Finally, Allison. I mean, we had some fun on the brainstorm, but it's so good to have you on as a guest. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah.
And how you doing tonight?
Good. You?
Super good. And
Good.
You survived with all your digits from last night.
I did, and I've even been able to use them all to say hi to everyone in the chat. So hi, everyone in the chat.
Thanks for hanging out. That rocks always take longer than you think, and that Kyle pile.
That was wonderful stuff, though. Wow.
Yeah, right.
That was exciting.
So cool. Oh, John, thank you so much. You are a legend. Hold on.
And a nod to Soul, since she's the one that snuck that fire opal into your package.
Oh, thank you. That was Cheryl.
Yeah, Soul did that. Yep.
You get the you get the bell, and then also John.
Right?
All right. And that's only the beginning of the jamming that we're going to do this evening, right?
Yes. Yes.
'Cause Allison said that there was a party up in here, and so
There is.
we're going to hit that. And so I've got the bag, and first of all, there was some special instructions. You said something about an envelope.
Yeah, you're going to need to cut that white envelope probably off there.
Okay, is that this right here? Wait.
Yeah,
This?
the whole thing, because there's another envelope inside. And
there's an envelope disguised as another envelope.
Yeah, right. Because I packed it into the envelope first, and then I took it to the post office and weighed it. And the post lady made comment that it would be a lot cheaper if I put it in the flat rate envelope, like quite a lot. And I was like, "Do you think it'll fit?" And she was like, "Will it fit? We'll make it fit."
That's awesome.
So,
yeah. That is some killer wise, and ironically enough, Kyle showed me how he does the Houdini with boxes into the bags as well.
mhm.
And I think I'm going to need to learn that trick, because it does be cheaper. Okay, I'm extracting the envelope, I think, right now.
I'm sorry, it is so stuffed in there. It took both of us to get it in there. I was like, she's never gonna get it out of here unless she cuts it out.
Paper. And all right, so now so one of the things that I have heard in the past from some of the other unwrappings from Allison Prairie Girl Rocks is that they are really fancy. And so tell us about the fanciness that you like to wrap with while I'm using child's scissors to get this out.
Good luck with that. I actually envy your idea of the homemade bag with the cloth bag, because I have so much fabric and material and things that I could do with. Yeah, right. So I need to start doing that. I like that idea. But just a simple little, like, wrap it in tissue paper and put a little couple ribbons and things in there. It's as simple as just that attention to detail that makes it more fun.
Everybody needs more fun.
Absolutely.
in their life. And so I think that there's something about getting a box, and most of the gluttons for punishment here in the chat, either they get boxes from other people channels, at least from Kyle, or some of the other sellers that are online. And isn't it always just like, it just makes your day? Like, you cannot wait to open that bag or box, even if you do wait, because I did.
It's like Santa's coming. You know it's coming. You're so excited.
Oh yeah. And so it's been such a horrendous week. Like I was saying, Kyle actually made all of the time go by that my dad had this appointment, and then all of a sudden I got the phone call and everything went well and I could come and get him. And I mean, it was just rocks are medicine, you guys. Kyle, bless his heart, and the rocks just distracted me when I could have just been sitting in cold sweats and terror the whole time.
Yes.
So you gotta love that. So yeah, rock bags are so awesome. And then I got yours, and I was like, it's gonna be a good week. It's gonna be
yes.
And so we're going to bring this guy up here, and I'm going to reconfig so that we can see what the heck is going on. And so check this out, you guys, because I had to show you this. I am just getting into the thing, and look at how fancy this is. I love it. So, I mean, who wouldn't be absolutely delighted? I mean, I feel like maybe this is fit for an astronaut on the International Space Station, and I'm that girl. Look at this. How cool is that package? I just want to keep it that way.
Okay, and that is recycled packaging. I did not do that. Sue Spinato from Topher Spin Meteorites sent me a package in that envelope. But it's like women in science and all kinds of, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's awesome.
I had to
We
pass
have
that
like
joy along.
the astronaut, like I'm trying to get this in. I don't want to bring anybody's information in that doesn't want to be seen, but look at this. We have like an astronaut on a unicorn. Come on. Like this is all so cool. There's R2D2. We've got, you know, all sorts of unicorns and aircraft going on here. I love it. Okay, carrying on with there we go, science. Homer. Oh my gosh, this is great. Okay, so best wrapping ever. And so shoot, I wonder who's going to be the next person to get this.
Right? Right?
We just keep it going. All right, and so what I got to do now is carefully get this open, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's this from now on it should be pretty easy. I was just really worried about that outside envelope that we smashed this into.
Got it. All right. Because I don't want to. I would love to keep it somewhat intact so that the next person that needs a package gets it. Oh, I like that. I gotta show that. Think. That's wonderful. All right, I'm a geek. I'm totally into this already. Okay, that's where it opens. We found the breach point.
Yes.
And we're opening this up. Now, tell us, so have you got some stuff in the tumbles while I'm opening this up?
I have. And I went out for a little rock hunt the other day. And yeah, I've got all kinds of stuff going on. And I did cut a rock that we had talked about on one of my lives, wondering if it would be pretty or not. And I'm not sure. I took the nubbins off the end, and I'm going to grab a slice off of it maybe later tonight, maybe Sunday, and see if it's worth a darn. So I've got a few different little things going on.
Very cool. All right.
I turned my workroom around too and I knew I'd dropped some rocks behind the desk, but when I pulled everything away from the wall, I actually found meteorites back there.
What?
So I'm honestly ashamed to say that I lost meteorites in my house. So
that's great.
I think that means I have a few.
I think, yeah, and we were having a conversation about that, like where you find your rocks, like in the car and in your couch. And yep, that is awesome.
Yeah.
How much fun. So packages and cleaning, both like, Christmas. Love it. Astronaut Shark Week. Nice. And then, yes, my nails match the packaging, and yeah, surprise, surprise, gold. I wonder why I am so smitten, you guys. It's bad. I got it bad. I understand gold fever. Cheers, everybody. What's in your moose? Steinkerns?
Yes, Karen's been bit by the gold bug.
It's true. And we've got thorium over there. I like that, Rocky. So we've got this beautiful package, and beautiful packages are coming out of the beautiful package. And we have let's see, what microzone meteorites and tiny bottles. Are we about to drive Melissa crazy?
Yes.
Melissa, I hope you're watching. Okay, my gosh, you are good at packaging. Nothing is getting out of this thing by itself. These are all very, very well packaged. And it's a good thing that I have some safety scissors.
You got your safety scissors. That was really a good idea.
Okay. And so, ooh. Oh my gosh. So check this out. We have bona fide, authentically bona fide and verified, some meteorites. I recognize like this tagging stuff. Is it going to say, or do you want to say?
No, it isn't going to say, because what we call DSM, which stands for dog crap meteorites. um,
Yay!
it's just an unclassified chondrite, ordinary chondrite from Northwest Africa. So it is genuine meteorite, but it's not. They haven't done all of the testing to it to know exactly what type it is. So
Okay, you guys, raise your hand when you see the dog stuff.
yeah.
That's really cool though. And so we will definitely be looking at that underneath the microscope. We'll have to have the meteorite viewing like
Come on,
it's
focus.
not working. It's because it wants to look at all of that fun stuff behind it. But there we've got some focus now. And we will take a much closer look and see all of the fun bits inside that awesomeness. And so part 2 will be coming up rather soon whenever we can get to it. Awesome. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Allison.
yes.
We're just
most welcome.
we've only just begun.
That's right.
All right. And let's see. And Allison, John is asking this question. Let's see. Boom.
I'm not super sure if that has any crust on it or not, or if it was desert varnish, John. I'm really not sure. I did cut and polish that meteorite, though. It was a whole stone and just a little guy.
Cheryl.
We're fine.
It's like Lisa Franken posted babies and we get to see them being born. That's awesome. Good one. All right. And then we have a fun fact here. That's Allison's IMCA member number. I did recognize that off of lurking around. You guys, I'm always lurking. I do watch these things. I just don't always say hi. And so how cool is that? That is Allison. If you see this number documented, we know her. She is a superstar. All right. And so
and those are stickers. So you can pull those out later and spam up your stuff with them.
I will. I have go ahead.
Our Rock Creek sapphires from Montana and then tiny fossils I found out in the field. Okay, now you go ahead.
Whoa. And Melissa is probably claiming those right now.
She might have one.
Oh, good. Because I'm sorry, Melissa. I'm gonna have to play with these myself, I think. Oh, those are so cool. And so yeah, what I was gonna say is that I have an analog music book, like handwritten, the lyrics that you can't remember.
Yes.
I have a notebook that I have my music tablature if I need it, etc. and so forth. And it's got like a bunch of stickers on it. So nice. Yeah, there will definitely be one of those going on that. Only special stickers because it's my music chi, but like you are definitely full of music chi. So
cool.
More
stickers, yes.
More to go on my music book. And of course Prairie Girl Rocks is appropriate because obviously she does, but it's rocking stuff
because we rock. Yeah
It's so appropriate. All right. And here is another, like I just feel like space food should be in here. Do we have any tang or like space fiddles?
I did not put any space food in there. I should have. It's probably a good thing though, the way I smashed it into that envelope.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's all good. And so here is another one. And so I'm imagining that this is another one we totally need to look at underneath the microscope.
Yes, and I figured that would go under your microscope a little easier than a couple of those whole stones would.
Oh yeah. In fact, what will happen is we will take the dog-shaped ones and we can put that underneath the low powered microscope. and we can take the thin one and we can put it under the high powered microscope and get
Cool.
a really good look at, yeah, those crystals and whatnot. So that will be super duper fun. Thank you so much. I'm so Twitter
Yes.
pated. I have one meteorite up until today.
Yes.
And I think I got it like 30 years ago at Gem Show. And so, yeah, this is so cool. We have tiny playthings because
Yes.
it says so.
That's what's in there.
Tiny bottles in my bag. Is that how that goes, Chris? Filled with rocks. You guys are. I think that's what was going on in the chat, and if not, then let me tell you what's going on. And let's see. John is also rubbing it in. Karen got some tiny bottles. Oh, here, there, and everywhere. So of course we thought of you. I guess she stepped out to have her ears burn or something. And so coming back and we're all talking about you. Don't worry, it's not behind your back. It's only the tiny bottles. We've got your back. And so these are, ooh, very cool. What have we here? Ooh,
Some smokies. Can you facet those for
yes,
practice?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Tiny playthings.
Yay. Yay. Yeah, this is very exciting because the Smokies have the tendency to be lighter in some cases than the obsidian. And so they will be super duper cool to play with, especially y'all familiar with the frosted facets? I mean,
Yes.
so you see the fantasy facets, but there's also frosting. And some of these dark stones look super cool. Like as long as they're still clear, you can frost them and you get like double your pleasure. And so I think that these will need some frosting,
Mm,
some smoked frosted things.
that
But I don't
sounds
know how that
yummy.
yeah. I don't know how yummy that sounds really, but it is gonna happen. We're gonna smoke it and then frost it. And whoa, look at this. Oh my gosh. There's all kinds of goodness in there. What do we have here, Allison?
I see a little fire in the bottom. I see, I don't know, some stuff we got in a pay dirt dig thing we did, so I don't even know what it is. And
How cool. Yeah,
yeah, tiny
that looks like
playthings.
fire agate.
And so is that one down by your thumb.
And this guy
I,
is a fire too.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, look everybody.
Yeah, look.
Sorry. That is going to be so much fun to concave carve. I love doing that, and this is the season too because you do it outside, and
Yeah.
so y'all, I might not be too much hanging out at Kyle's because I'd probably be outside working on that gorgeous gooey bit. That's got to have some fun in it. Like that
Hmm.
pot right there is definitely screaming there. So I would do the focusy thing, you guys, but with the phone set up on the StreamYard platform, I haven't quite hacked how to get it to zoom. And so we get to do the analog zoom.
It's
That's
good though.
yeah. If it's sort of working. This is super fun. Oh my gosh, Allison, this is like already like way super over generous and like there's still package, you guys. Kid Curry extreme close up. Yes, I'm ready for my close up. And it looks like Jennifer. Weren't you here earlier, Jennifer? If not, then hello. Um, and Rocky Mountain Bear loves them frosted facets, fasted frostets, and all those things and more. Frosted flakes and slablets. This is, and we've driven Tomcat to 420 with that. Okay. And Jenny randomly wants some smoked Gouda for some reason. Me too. It's a Gouda smoked. It is. All right. More Stein kerning while we take this next amazing space package apart. I'm staying hydrated, you guys, because 80 degrees. Went for a run with the dogs anyway. Oh,
Good
look at
idea.
this. Oh my gosh, how cool. Wow. We have a rock
Rock
book.
paper.
Yeah, this is so good.
Yes.
I have a new rock music book, you guys. Allison,
Yes.
I'm going to totally use this as my new rock music book. Oh, this is so cool. The other one has monkeys on motorcycles. I don't know why, but this is awesome. So I will like it's about half used, and so I definitely will be needing a new music book. And so this will what a
Sticker,
totally yeah,
sticker to
kind
credit.
thing.
Yep. Cover
Yep.
it up. There you go.
Yep. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I might have to get that started early. That'll be
Project
for the
one,
band.
project two, project three.
Totally. Yeah, the band that we're getting together, we can put all of the good ideas in there.
That's a
Okay.
good idea. We'll title it
Oh,
Plans to Take Over the World.
yeah. Yeah, our plans to take over the world and our crazy band. Oh, woo, party, you guys. Woo. All right, fossil finds because it says so. Okay, we're going in. Now, tell while I'm unraveling this. Tell us about like okay, you just went rock hounding. Did you find some fossils, and how often do you find fossils?
Did I find any fossils today? I found some petwoods today. I didn't have a lot of time. I was just driving past one of my favorite spots and I couldn't drive past. So I had to stop and get out. It depends on where I'm at. There are spots where I find more fossils than other spots. So today, no, I don't know if I did find it. I did look in a few crumbling septarian nodules, but didn't find any fossils in them.
Interesting, because I kind of I've always wondered, given how many fossils you do find, like you know, if you just are in the habit of always finding fossils when you go out.
A lot of
And
the little ones, and I think I've sent you some of those for microzone sort of stuff, or for jewelry, even some that have tiny fossils in them. And it seems like some days when I go out that I can't. Almost every single rock I pick up is got some kind of tiny fossils in it. It seems like that. That probably isn't really true. Because I don't pick up a lot of quartz and things, things that I don't pick up too. But there are days, and then there are other days too where I'm just in such a spot where you're literally discarding some. You're like, yeah, that's not worth keeping, and I have tons of those and I don't need it. How many more of those does a person need? So
oh man,
at
it,
some
it's
point you stop.
it's something when you have to high grade your
Yeah,
fossils.
yeah, yeah.
That's so cool. All right. And Rocky is saying, keep an eye out for some insane looking saginetic spray in that fire agate, Karen. And I will try to hold on to my exploding head when it happens. Awesome. And thank you for hanging out, Rufo. And we also, we're still wondering about this though. Before you go, dude, are you having a live tomorrow and when? Because we all want to do the live gold panning with you. We definitely Fufo. Who's Fufo, Tiger Eye? Just kidding. I know. We have our devices that work in direct opposition to what we mean. Tufo Rufo, LOL. Jenny says, nice. And Spot is saying Allison has developed an eye for them. She is well practiced and absolutely spot on. Spot, so true.
Les. Les says, do I do classes on how to refrain from picking up every fossil?
So hard, right? Like
I
there's
think
self-help.
I think that's dictated by how much weight your floorboards will hold, Les.
So true. Awesome.
I don't know if
And
that's fossils in there or not, but I kind of thought maybe that was an air scribe kind of thing waiting to happen, maybe.
I think you're absolutely right. and we're gonna need to we're going in, guys. Um, it definitely looks like you've got some shells in there, and I love a lot of the stuff that comes out of your area. It seems like you have both fossils that are there for sure, like in the case of these shells where you can, you see the enamel from the shells or what have you, but you also have a lot of trace fossils.
Hmm.
And so, you've got these imprints, and sometimes those imprints are filled with something else like jasper, or so you get castings. Uh, I find this very, very fascinating about your fossil record that you get to indulge in out there, because it's very different than what we have going on.
And vice versa. I find your stuff just fascinating. You're out there picking up bones that are stuck in rocks, and I'm the one freaking out. Then I'm like, she's gonna leave it there. Oh no! Oh no!
And here we are talking about high grading rocks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's just another bond.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know I still have people that like freak out when I'm like, putting the Steinkern back down. It's like, oh my gosh, if you only knew, like, people aren't allowed to have as many Steinkerns as I think I've had in my
Exactly.
life. Yeah, and the floorboards, we've got a hollow house that has levels, and so, if I don't plan on imploding like straight to the other side of the planet, then we need to like stop at some point. And we have something very special here. This is very, 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 very special. Can you tell us what we've got here? It's not a pig's nose.
Nope. It's a big, it would have been if it wouldn't have broke, a big belemnite fossil. And it did in
Right.
fact break, which was actually kind of a good thing, because look at the goodness in there.
That is
UV
so
that later,
cool.
Karen.
Oh, shoes. Um,
Oh, shoes.
I totally had my hand on the UV light. Just because I was outside looking for that opal, and I put it downstairs in the other studio. And so you guys, this will be part 2. We're going to look at the belemnite pig's nose with the UV. And you guys, these things are so cool. This is another thing from your neck of the woods
Yep.
that I am
Self-collected.
so
Yep.
so green with jealousy about. I want to find one of these so bad. This is so cool. And I do not have any specimens that have like the crazy cool dog tooth happening on the inside quite like this. And so this is like, I'm so deeply moved. I'm gonna try not to tarry on it too long because you guys want to see what else is in the bag, but I literally could just gaze at this for the rest of the evening.
It's pretty
Um,
cool.
oh man, I can't believe that I'm holding this right now. Thank you so much, my
You're
darling.
so very welcome.
Wee-hoo. All right. And of course everybody's gonna be all, okay, so like when are you gonna send Allison her box? And so that'll be some fun that we get to watch here in the future. Yes, of course, Allison's getting a box, and she's divulging right now what I probably should be putting in it, in addition to the things that I have been secretly squirreling away for her so far also. Because I don't know about y'all, but like, oh, Nick's in the house. Hey, Nick. Sorry, I should be watching the chat as well. I do have 2 eyes. One of them could be watching the chat. Gee,
Karen.
but do you all have like a kind of a wall of bags and boxes where when you find something is appropriate for a certain person, you put it in?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have our wall of legends, and y'all have a box there, and yeah, the fun stuff is going into each one of y'all's boxes. It's kind of like Kyle's. Like we all
Yeah.
just kind of have like a wannabe Kyle situation, right?
Yes. His
Uh,
is probably far more organized than mine, but yes, very similar.
right. This pile represents this person.
Yeah.
Not quite Kyle's, yeah, engineering. This is super cool. This looks like a really, really saturated mass die-off.
I
Yeah.
like the way you worded that. Yes. Yes. And
That is,
those, I feel like I pick those up almost every rock some days.
oh my gosh. Yeah, that is so much fun. And do you have a ballpark as to how old these little fellers that I've got here might
Yeah,
be?
if I have a book in front of me and I can't,
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
now, strike that question from the record. What's cool about stuff like this is that, if there are forums, the foraminifera to be seen, we probably get to see them in a specimen like this. And so we shall
That's
put this,
interesting.
yeah, we'll put this underneath the microscope and see what kind of forms are in here. And what I think is always so neat is with some of the ones that Theo has sent me from Montana that have the shark's teeth. We have seen some forums that are like ever so similar to the ones that we have out here. And so it's just so cool, like considering that we had inland seas and everything, that we shared the same kind of fauna at some point.
Mm-hmm.
That just
Mm-hmm.
rocks. I
It
love
is.
it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so um we've got some joyous chat going on, and I'm totally behind, and I apologize right now. And boy, Lesby Rockin', it's like the community is always changing, so we all get to kind of be newbies at keeping up on knowing everybody. So don't feel bad about that at all. Um, and Mus says everyone should have a bottle. And I just translated in my brain what that means. Like everybody needs a small bottle of precious things. And so I agree. Like this is a bottle. At first I'm thinking like, does she mean like water bottle, or is she like coming out with her own wine vintage, or what is a bottle? And yeah, so a precious jar of the littles. These are not fossil rocks, but these are. And I just poured it out into my hand, and look at all of the cool, like we've got, it looks like maybe, crinoidness going on. And that's what I mean by so many of the trace fossils. It's so
Mm-hmm.
cool to see. Whoa, and that one self-liberated. That's okay. I'll get him in a little bit. Here, you're a feisty little rock down there. Yeah, these are going to be so much fun. You guys all know, like, if you decide to go be in
The
a
coral.
chat. Oh, is this coral?
That is a coral. That one I know is a coral. It's not a sponge.
Nice.
I always mislabel everything. I'm like, yeah, that's a coral, and then I find out, I think about it later, and I'm like, I never remember that sponges even exist. But that's a little horn coral piece of it,
Nice.
anyways, right there on the end of that rock. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad that you pointed that out.
The rest of it, I couldn't even begin to tell you what we're looking at, though. We're gonna have to get it up close.
Yes. Yes.
Like that's
Yes.
got little dots and lines across it. What is that? I don't know.
Yeah, that feels like it could also be like some kind of a corally fella.
Mm-hmm.
Especially from that face there. Okay, you guys, we're gonna totally have to fire up the microzone. Microzone coming soon. Like,
Mm-hmm.
shoot, maybe even in a couple of days. Like I've been doing like a follow-up Sunday thing lately, and that might just have to happen, guys. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Agree. Yes.
A stromatolite type.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So Nick, that's a whole area that I am so abysmally behind in, because there's not a whole lot of that sort of thing to be found here. And I found some in Utah, picked it up, put it back down, and then I'm watching my video later and I'm going, that was stromatolite. Karen, why did not you put that in your bag?
I kind
And
of agree with Ken. It could also be a chain coral of some kind.
nice. Yeah.
And I'm with you as well. Not a lot of stromatolite stuff here. Maybe there is, but I don't know how to identify it. So I'm probably picking it up and putting it back as well.
I love that. When we went to the museum in at John Day, we were able to look at the drawers in the museum that had all the teeth in them. And I was like, I have passed over teeth. I have absolutely picked up a tooth up and put it back down, not knowing what the heck it is. Oh, this is like, some, if you can imagine, you guys, like a tooth that looks like it's got cavities, and so it's barely jasper, and they're opaque. So they look like some kind of jasper or maybe a, chalcedony or something like that, but nothing real gemmy. And then, they look weird. And so you're going like, this is like some shagged up piece of rock that I just don't need. And it turns out being, an ancient hippo tooth. Yeah. Good game. Good game, Karen. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I've been there and learned that now. And so I guess I should probably put these rocks back in the appropriate bag, because like look at my party, you guys. I'm starting to look like I'm flying loose and furious here with the party in. And so I guess I should clean up a little bit. It's kind of like on your birthday when you just sprawl all of the presents and somebody else can clean up the wrapping paper. And Lisa says it's a sponge. Okay. So
it could be.
You know that there's going to be a sponge boat in there. Like, gosh darn it. And Nick says that they do that often. Yeah. And we will be entering the microzone, TM or R or whatever. Because actually, Rocky gets royalties every time I say it.
Yep.
So.
And me too. Microzone.
Yeah, right. All of you brilliant people that helped come up with that. All right, and so let's get into. We've got the microzone package right here, and I have a feeling that we are now going to have to absolutely double down on the promise that we're going to look in there. Yeah, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go live, like at the end of this weekend.
And that one maybe isn't as suitable for microscope because it's polished and stuff. But I just wanted you to be aware of the tiny fossils in that and enjoy that for you.
Just need to bring your awareness to the tiny fossils.
That's
Yes.
It. Yep.
Actually, what's interesting is a lot of times the polished stuff is easier to see the fossils in. And so when I get a really good cut on like the inside of a clam, imagine having a fossil clam and just shearing it with your saw in half. And so it looks like cut concrete on the inside. And I'll put that underneath the microscope and I will see the very best forms that way, just because it's so smooth. And they're so small that it takes a smooth surface to be able to see them well. And so that actually, this little guy right here that I'm still holding on to because I'm already like in love with it, will probably look really great.
Good.
And so who do we have here?
That's a gypsum or a selenite or whatever you want to call it that my kid picks up a lot of. And I just wonder what that'll look like under the microscope.
Oh, yes. So we'll definitely put this underneath the microscope. And like if it's anything as fun as like the halite opal, it's just insane. So yes, we'll have a good show with that little guy. And oh my gosh, going on, I could just spend some time on the rind alone. Yeah. Rut-row. And like we have a little note. I love it. It's like a treasure hunt. Okay, hit this with the UV. The fossils phosphoresce. No way.
They do.
Oh my gosh. You guys are all very lucky that the sun is still up here, or else I'd just like run and get the UV. Like we wouldn't be able to see this very good right now. But I guarantee you that for the part 2 of this microzone, we will definitely have the UV out. Because also the UV is so spanking fun underneath the microscope. That is like it is such like a rave show. It's so cool. And so, yeah, that'll definitely happen. And we've got that'll be cool to see under the scope. The gypsum says Miss Jenna. Very cool. And let's see. Somebody's talking about like sending a direct deposit for their bank. Rocky, what?
For the trademark, yeah, that way
Oh,
we could
got
just
it.
directly
Okay.
deposit it.
Thanks for putting that all together for me.
Yep.
I thought my accountant was taking care of that, Rocky. You haven't gotten anything yet? And what do we have here that looks to be shedding quickly? And so this will be interesting to look at under the microscope because we have tiny pieces too.
I believe that is some kind of an amber, or
Ooh.
maybe even just a sap. But I tried to cut it. I didn't think it was jewelry worthy or even worth proceeding to cut because it just was falling apart. But I thought maybe those little pieces might be kind of fun to look at.
Okay, you know what's happening now?
It's not a total loss.
We got to do a sniff test.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna have to rub it up to see if it's got like some copalness, like if it's a young. Well, hello. we let's see. Oh, I think my phone decided that it was hot.
Oh,
Like let's do this for this second. Actually, even that. We'll continue, but copal is young amber, and then you get to sap before that, and it looks like it could be that. And those of you who have been working any of the amber, like the ambers with the bugs and stuff like that, you definitely get this incredible smell. Have you done that before, Allison?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you get
And
smell off of this?
I don't think I did, but I only did the one cut and it went pretty fast, pretty easy.
Wow. Okay.
So
We have this beautiful. Look at this. Like what do we even that looks like fossil, but it's can you see that? Am I holding it up in such a way that you can see what we're looking at? It's like sparkling.
And that is. And isn't it beautiful? Those are all little crinoids.
But they're sparkly.
Sides. Yeah, but they are sparkly. I know. Aren't they beautiful?
What is even going on with that?
Isn't it
That
wonderful?
is so cool. What were they permineralized with that made them so rad? I mean, it looks like they're like feldspar like.
They do, don't they? Yeah.
What is even like I'm kind of upset at my phone right now because you guys need like a better look at this. Better than like, look at that right there, guys. I mean, that's underwhelming as far as how cool that is. My phone is cooling off, so perhaps in a few.
Even just the crust on that, the edge on that.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's nuts.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to be so busy. Like I think I started saying you guys have this super cool like the audio chat going on over there at the Discord, and I missed it the last time cuz whatever we ended, I kept on going with what, and I think that that's going to happen tonight too, is that like if you guys hang out, I'm sorry if I don't make it, but I might be like, nose into these rocks because oh my gosh. Look at that. This is so cool. Wow. Oh my gosh. This goes on and on. There's
a party in there.
There is. Okay, so what are we looking at here?
I don't know what's in there. That's that agate with the little diamonds and squares, and that's microzone.
That I really, 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 really like when you were showing it. Yeah, I like totally flipped out on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I also flipped out.
You guys. This is like kind of, I think it's like one of those MC Escher things where it like keeps on going down and down and down like a what am I thinking of? Fractal. Like I think this is just gonna fractal into oblivion.
Agreed.
And again, this is like not doing it any kind of justice, because not only does it have like this insane patterning, but the color is actually really, really cool too.
Wet it, Karen, wet it.
I know. I was just thinking I need to make this wet. No. Not really. We'd be in such trouble with Jared. But okay. And here I'm also going to try not to drip on my keyboard.
I've done that.
Yeah. I think we all have. Any of us all that have been trying to share. Oh my gosh, you guys.
I knew she was going to say that.
This is insane. I know that this, like, my camera on my computer is not anywhere near as cool as the camera on my phone. So this is a tease.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will get to look at this better. Should I just like, is anybody else planning on going live after Kyle's on Sunday? Because I can just say that's when part 2 is, and we can get a rebate. You guys, that's so much better than my face. Let's just look at that for like the rest of the evening. That is so cool. Yay! Yay!
Do something awesome with that.
I'm so excited. Thank you, Allison.
You're welcome.
This is so ripping. All right. I could stop right now, but there's more. And so we can't stop. We can't stop right now. There's more. All right. Spot. And sorry, I left that other one up there for a really long time. Need 911 alcohol rub down for Karen's phone. Yeah, somebody stat. We need help. I should have like a little ice box in here, you know, just ready for, we know it's going to happen. And then let's see. We have Lisa being smart. And so says Nick, and here's Lisa's whys. They are mica O's. You know, maybe they are mica O's, like Cheerios, but they're made of mica, and I'm going to eat them. And it looks like Rufo might have voted. Lava says right on, because it moved feldspar. Yeah, I'm wondering, maybe feldspar. Nick weighed in with the feldspar as well. And I like this right here. Sparklenoids. That is a thing. Okay, that goes in with nubbins and little slabettes and, you know, slabbins and slabberums and whatnot. Okay, so put the phone on riced ice. I know, I need to have something like that ready to go. Y'all don't want me to like dash out and take the camera and throw it in the freezer right now and all of that hullabaloo. Hopefully it'll just try to, let me feel it. Ooh, dang, that is hot. All right. So I'm taking more of these littles out, and I can't believe it. And while I am starting this incredible show, I would love to know, do you have more musical shows coming up, Allison?
Yeah, we do this weekend, and then we take a weekend off, and then we go down to Billings or Butte or one of them, Bozeman, one of them bee cities. Tiny fossils in that, Karen.
There are. And all you guys get to see at home are like this sort of like a blurriness, but this is quite detailed. It's like filigree lace, like your grandmother would have tattled. And so we will definitely be looking closer at that. Is this dino? Is this dino-liciousness, or what do we have here?
No,
or is it
that's
crinoids? These are crinoids? Oh my gosh. No freaking way. Those are like, it's like saturated with them. How is it that they did this?
Don't ask me. Nature is amazing.
Nature is like super off the Richter, like
some of
just
those in
cray cray.
You should wet that one too if you still have your water handy, because some of those in there have like little X's and things inside of them, and they're cool. You can see those with your naked eye even. So
my eyes are naked right now. Okay, more towel. What did I just do with that towel? just get I just got the whole thing, guys. We're just gonna use this whole thing up. All right, let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see the O's at the very least. Are you guys seeing this at all, or what? Or what? That is insane, and I love how beefy this is. I probably can get another cut out of it and have more fun looking at all of these little guys. There's a
Like I
face
see that
right there.
dark one. He must have stuff happening inside of him, little X's and stuff happening inside of him.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's gonna be so much fun for the microzone. Hey,
Yes.
what are you like? Are you playing on Sunday? Did you say?
Saturday, tomorrow.
Okay. Do you think that there's any chance that you would be able to hang out a little bit on Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I do this.
Definitely. Yes,
Okay.
definitely. Especially when
Cool.
you do the deer eyes at me.
Because we need a rebate, and that way, you can kind of fill us in on a little bit more of the provenance on these particular guys, because they're getting a little sprawled out, and I have a feeling they're going to get a little bit even more sprawled out.
Oh yeah, because there's still stuff in that package that's gonna make you squeal. So
Squeal! You guys, I'm trying not to like squeal in your ears as it is, because I just don't know if you guys really want that kind of decibel action in your ears right now after last night and all, but it could happen. So just be ready. Trying to, oops, I'm just gonna give you a warning shot on bumping my microphone there. And we've got this little guy here. Is that like super extra double micro stuff? It's kind of a
I
reddish
actually
stone. Whoa,
don't
see?
know.
Nah.
That might just be a sandstone, but the grains are coarse enough that I could see them with my naked eye, but they're fine enough that you can't really get a detail out of them. So again, I just wondered what it looked like under the scope. Might be fun, might not.
We're gonna try it.
It
And
looks
you guys,
orbicular inside though.
yeah, you guys are gonna be able to weigh in on you know, like if it's awesome or if it sucks. You guys can go ahead and
Yeah.
take, we'll have a poll. And you can weigh in on that poll. Oh my gosh. Like I like have this nest of glory around me right now. Like everything starts
world.
yeah. Like see how things are stacked up behind me? Like it's happening now in front of me, and I don't think it's going to change. Like I'm going to have to play with all of this stuff more. Like,
Yes.
all night.
Yes. Karen's
And then we
not
have
sleeping tonight.
yeah. We have this bag. What are we looking at here? Can you recognize what these little guys are?
Are they petwoods? That is a petwood.
Oh,
Look at all the
probably.
druzy on that one. Ooh, that one's juicy.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. I wonder if you guys can see. Can you? Yeah, it is. It is. It's showing it, right? Try
Yeah.
not to drift in the wrong direction. Yeah, look at all that druzy, you guys. And that's petrified wood, as she said. I'm gonna say it again. Petrified wood. It's gorgeous. Fantastic.
Really pretty.
Druzy-licious. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. See how close does it? Yeah, you can kind of see all the, and then the other side looks a lot like how the pieces of pet wood flay off. And a lot of times when we find flayed pieces like this, it can be, I don't know in the case of this one, but it can be bark.
Yeah.
So yeah. That is if you imagine your Douglas firs and things like that, that shed those big chunklets of bark, and that would offer like some interesting vug opportunities if it was even still on the tree when things were starting to petrify. And then in some places, like Montana included, you get floods that get started, and they knock the trees around and stuff. The shrapnel just starts like
Mm-hmm.
breaking off of them until by the time they get down to from your land all the way down to my land, they're like cobbled.
They're
You
tumbled.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's so fascinating. Some of the rocks that we have around here are express delivered from your neck of the
Yep.
woods. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we find those erratics, and it's always just a total like blast to be like, oh my gosh, this is a Montana rock right here in the Willamette Valley. How cool is that? And so we've got a couple more of these guys. Um,
Yeah,
they
just
look like pebbles.
little dudes.
They're little dudes.
There's friends in there.
Yep, they're gonna find out who they are. Okay, two more little dudes. Look at that guy. What's going on with this guy?
All right, Bear and I read about him. I can't remember his name. I'll look him up before Sunday and have some info ready. He's like the
Awesome.
Holiosis or something, and Bear even made comment. Whoever named that thing was super creative.
Right. Holy oasis.
Exactly. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like that, very much like that. And
Yeah,
then the one with lots of little spots on him, that guy, I don't know what that guy is.
which is
Maybe a sponge.
that guy. All right.
Since I don't know what sponges are, because I'm a prairie girl.
Sonia's listening, and we are indeed having a party. We have nubbins and sparlanoids. That's Rufo's high education paying off. Yeah, that's great. I'm catching on up, guys. Sorry. And I'm looking for Rocky, who is probably going to answer that somewhere in here or not. But yep, the Missoula floods, you got it, Lava Basin. Excellent. And yes, Rocky does remember that guy. Okay. and it is indeed Guy. Guy is the name of that one for right now, for sure.
Yeah.
And all right, blue cheese was another guess, though. That'll work. We've like the other one kind of looked like Swiss cheese. We got another envelope, and then I think that nope. Dude, this is so never ending. Oh my gosh. Like this one was impeding like me being able to see the other stuff. Oh, it's for Steve though. Should we leave this for Steve for Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try to get a guest appearance. Steve is right now actually working. So
it'll be perfect for when he gets off work. You know it's in there. Wink, 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 Karen. You know.
He'll be excited. He will be excited for sure, especially after today having to work and all that. Okay, so we have some more what probably is smaller specimens that might not look awesome on my little camera, but we will get a better look on Sunday. We're back. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at those. It's got the ridges.
It does have ridges.
It looks like it wants to say something to us right now.
Yes.
And so this is like, I'm imagining a whole nother, is that a horn coral right there?
It could be.
Coral?
Yeah.
Or perhaps a sponge? Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, wow. And some more of the selenite. That is looking super, super duper something corally.
Corally.
Yeah. Wow. I take them all out, but like I don't know if they're gonna look all that much better. Like just because of my
look at them like that. There's stuff in that package still that's gonna make you squeal.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Not that.
But there's squealy stuff in here.
Yeah.
Do I need to dig it out right now, Allison?
We can wait.
Are we sure? Okay. All right, you guys, we're gonna save a squeal, at least one or two for Sunday with the better cameras. And I will have an ice chest on
Ready
hand.
just in case.
Yeah, because this is the first time that my camera has overheated, or my phone. I've seen a bunch of y'all have your phones overheat, and I was like, huh, not gonna happen in Oregon, not on the coast. But it was 80 degrees today, so
Too much.
I get to be wrong. I get to be totally wrong. All right. Oh my gosh, there's like all sorts of like hearts and things at the bottom of this package.
Aren't you glad you didn't dump it?
Oh yeah. This is great. We got like all of this like confetti action. Yay. If it was a little bit more, oh, actually it does have like some adhesive on that side. I wonder. Oh, not quite enough. I need to schwitz more, and then I could probably wear the hearts on my head. We've got more of these. Look tumbled. These are gorgeous.
And
Wow.
they might be tumbled.
I think that they are. And this one I have to take out of the package right now. And it's very, very pretty. It's like a strawberry color. Look at that.
Is it feldspar or is it okay, come on, the word I always forget.
Na 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 na.
Unikite.
Unikite is the name of this stuff. You know what? Well, Unikite doesn't stick to my brain either. That's crazy. Yes, it's a gorgeous Unikite. Unikite is the word of the day, everyone.
I find it like every time I go out and never remember what it's called.
It's that kite stuff. Yeah.
It's Cindy's favorite, right, Moi?
Look at this. Yeah. Melissa and Chris are shouting at us in the chat.
Exactly.
Yes. It's Unikite, you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being our brains. I really, really appreciate that. Allison packs a party for sure. You know it, man. Completely. Oh, Tomcat Josh, he said that they hit 100 in Ben Redmond area today. I don't doubt it. Nanit, nanit. Nanit. What's this?
You said you liked that in one of my live chats one time when we were looking at tumbled rocks, and I was like, I agree, Karen, I like that, but I put it in the Karen box.
You chucked it in the Karen box right then. You know what? I do like it. It's so cool. That is super neat. It's got fancy patterns that I'm going to have to look at that. That is so fancy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I know it could be prettier not in my my camera, but yeah, that is super neat. Wow. And then there seems to be like a piece of sort of bluish agate here.
Yeah, something I find. I don't know if it's quartz or agate or... Oh, that looks like it's most definitely agate.
Yeah, it's...
Prairie agate.
Uh-huh. It looks like it's got like the gentlest fortifications. You can kind of see them being oblong here. Like a smokiness that kind of lightens up towards...
towards the tip?
Yeah, the tip. That end. It's all reversed. Like I can't look at myself and know what I'm doing. So if I look like I have no spatial awareness, guys, it's because I'm doing everything. I don't. Yeah, doing everything backwards and in reverse. It's scary. All right. So that's really cool. Beautiful. I love it. Tumbles, everyone. From
pink one in the bottom is a feldspar.
That's so pretty. That okay, digging it out. I gotta put my hands on that. There's no fast tracking through this. There we go. Nice.
Get flashed.
You guys, that is so much brighter. This the camera right now is washing it like of all its color and life. It's taking the soul right out of this beautiful stone. And so I'm very sorry to be doing this to you, but I'll do it some justice when we get together again on Sunday.
And it'll be twice as fast because she won't have to open all the package, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll probably be wearing some of the hearts and stars and
Yeah.
circles. Yeah, see, they're all over the place. There we go.
Yes.
And yes. If I stay very still. It's nice because I think it's a yellow one too.
It is yellow, yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite color. All right. So somebody, Cheryl is screaming to be left in the stone. Did somebody put Cheryl in a stone? What's going on? I turned my back on the chat for just a second here, and you own a kite of a little bit. It won't fly, but prettiest kite you ever seen. I like that, Cheryl. And oh my gosh, Tomcat was outside all day and it kicked his arse. Oh my gosh. And this one needs TLC. Oh,
it does too. That is a sad product of the fire disaster and the spray paint explosion.
Forgive me for laughing. It's probably
okay.
too soon.
We're all okay.
But I mean, I didn't know whether to be very serious or laugh like my butt off when you were telling that story on your live. I was like, no way.
Oh, if you don't laugh,
so
we'll cry.
Scary, right?
That's a piece of platinum ore, unfortunately.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it deserves better than a crappy spray paint job. Please help it, Karen.
Spot, call 911 again.
It's a fallen soldier.
Okay, here is this beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I would be screaming right now, but again, I don't want to challenge everybody's eardrums, but this is so cool. Platinum ore. I mean, this is amazing, and it's very shiny.
It's so spray painted.
It's got some clear coat on it, but we can help it.
Yes, we can.
You noble beast, we shall reclaim you.
Yes,
your pride. That is so neat, though. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Oh, that is so cool. Okay, so that gets to it gets to play with the silver ore that I have. It'll have a special place next to the silver ore, and I'm really hoping that gold ore gets to join it as well.
Yeah, me too. That'd be really cool.
I'll send you some if I find a big piece.
Yeah.
And we will all be rich, you guys.
In the meantime, I'll watch you find the little stuff, and I'll be thrilled for you.
Yeah. Have you ever been gold panning, Allison?
Yes. I have.
And how do you deal with the fever, or did you never get it?
I didn't as bad because I realized real quickly how much work goes into that and how much little gold you find. One of the funnest gold panning experiences I ever had was over by Mount Rushmore, and we stopped at one of the little tour stops. There's all kinds of really great rock shops and cave tours and tour spots. And one of them was a gold mine, and outside the gold mine, they had a big trough set up, and they'd give you a pan, and you could pan. And there was a guy with the biggest handlebar mustache I have ever seen in my life, and he was like a character. Like, it had 3 curls, and it was huge, right? Like, it was fantastic.
Did he use it as a sluice?
And he was out and he would pan, and in the bottom of his pan would be just tons of gold, and he would dump it back into the trough. And I would try to pan, and I would get, maybe just a little bit as he would coach me along. And then he'd scoop right where I was scooping, and he'd pan, and he'd have all kinds of gold in the bottom of his pan. So you asked in one of your lives, should you seed your pan? Should you seed it and then pan? Yes, you should.
Yeah, I need some gold so that I can seed my pan. But I was thinking that maybe even just if I put some lead shot in it, and just practice doing the heavies and finding the shot. So this is a good thing to do. You think that?
Yes, yeah. You have to have some amount of confidence to get the lights washed away to see your heavies. And if you're not trusting your pan, which is hard to do the first few times you go out, if you're not trusting your pan, then you really are, I hate to say, use the term, but you're pussyfooting around and you actually are losing some of your material. So, so
I think that
when they
I had cat feet. I did.
Yes, yes. When
Bad.
you aren't, oh, I'm just gonna give it a little tap, tap, taparoo, just give it, use it. That's what it's designed for. And they've used it for years and it works well. So, but
I
you've got to
I
learn
like
to
that.
trust your pan.
Gotta trust your pan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the live where we got some of the in real time suggestions like sand in the pan
Hmm.
and how to tap tap tap, that's so helpful. And I guess how many times would you say were you able to go down to the river or wherever it was that you were panning and gain your confidence? Like, did it take a few times?
Yes, yes. And I still don't have a great amount of confidence in it because I don't do it on a regular basis. So I'm more confident with my metal detector really than I am with my pan, but those are two different worlds. And sometimes one or the other are not allowed where you are.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so sometimes hobby mining is okay, but do not be, metal detecting and digging holes. So there are some rules you have to abide by, you know. Some places a pan is okay, but a sluice box isn't.
Yeah, yeah, we tried to do all of the reading ahead of time to make sure that where we were was not only okay, but also what kinds of things, like you said, are allowed. Like, you could use a sluice, but you can't use anything motorized.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so, yeah, like, you put your vacuum away, like
Yep.
stuff
Yep.
like that. So have you just panned, or have you done anything, like, have you used a box or any of the other methods?
I have a sluice box, but I haven't used it yet. So there's not a lot that's really near me. There
Mm.
are some places up in the hills, but again, that's private property, and there is a mining moratorium up there. That doesn't mean you can't hobby mine on private property with your pan in a creek, but you've got to make arrangements to do that. I've been invited to do it, but yeah, arranging the time with a busy rancher and a YouTuber doesn't always go hand in glove. So.
Wow. All right. So do you think that you have any of that in your future, or is it like kind of low on the totem pole? Are you kind of more into like getting your ground scores on and the prairie and that sort of thing?
I am, because it's more instant gratification. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
mean, it is
totally
a
feel you.
curiosity. I want to know what's up there. So it is a curiosity of mine. I would love to see, even if I never took a piece home, but just to see some in the pan, it would be really cool. So I am curious, but it's not curious enough to drive me up there this week or in the freezing cold or to do it. So
Yeah, and so is there also a season that you guys have to abide by? Do you know?
yeah, there's winter, mosquito season, fly season, and winter again.
And so there's that, like, one day,
Yeah,
right?
you
That
go
you
right
know?
in between fly and mosquito season.
Got it. Yeah, yeah. Because for the place that we were at, that we'll be returning probably a couple more times, but they shut it down for the salmon run. And
Oh
so,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, when it's time for that, then no more gold until next year. And so, like, what's kind of nice about it is that there is a cap on it. So Karen's not going to get, like, dragged into it, like, for the whole rest of the year. It'll, like, the kibosh is only about a month and a half out. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
don't worry,
Yeah.
y'all. I'm not going to wear you out on gold.
Yeah, right. And Lava Bison, aka my significant other, says we could put some Home Depot sand through the sluice and try it out.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
could.
In fact, fact,
Don't
yeah,
tell the kid that.
somebody did. I can't remember who it was, and like it seems like they found something. Like some YouTuber did that, and so yeah, like do it. I mean, and that's not a bad idea for practicing.
Right,
We've
right.
got a ton of sand, like right there. And
Yep.
so I'm thinking that yeah, we might play with that a bit, like I said, in some shot. And well, you know what, Jennifer, it's true a bit. And it's not so much about it's not so much about the like the fact that I want gold and or that I want the money because that's totally uninteresting to me. It's the finding is fascinating
Yes.
and yeah, I'm nerding out on like how you find it and that sort of thing. So yeah, I do have the gold bug, but I think it's kind of like the like the new kid on the block kind of thing, like it's something new to do. And it's like, it's not hard rock mining, although it kind of has a hard rock mining element to it. It's not fossicking, but it is. It's got the microzone all up in it because when you guys were with me and we were looking at some of those sands underneath the microscope, guess what I kept on doing and found another nugget.
Yay.
Yeah. And so,
Yay.
like, it's all the things, you guys. I'm sorry, but it is all of the things that I love doing. And we can do that stuff together as far as we can do like some of the concentrate and throw it underneath the microscope and all of us can be looking at it for the first time ever
Yeah,
and find the gold together, which we did on the last live. Like
which
I
was
didn't know.
exciting.
Yeah, I didn't know for sure if it was gold, but it ended up being gold, that flash that we were all looking at. Is it going to buy me a Rolls? I wouldn't buy a Rolls anyway. I'd buy one of those, like, bug out, like
Yeah.
those huge tank things that
Yeah.
you can, yeah. Like that's my kind of Rolls. It rolls over everything until you get to where you want to camp, is what I'd love. Let's see. And uh, creek north of you and look at the bank fine layers. Yeah, I know.
Oh, moi.
Kid Curry probably knows where I'm at too. Macro nugs. You got that right.
Oh. And Moa says she can't wait till you forget you have that heart on your forehead and you wander into the room where Steve is and he's like, "What in the heck?"
Oh yeah. Okay, but now I have to ask Melissa, like, but you do know that he knows me. Like, believe me, he would not,
Probably won't face him, she
bug
says.
an eye. Yeah, no, nothing.
Oh.
Do you guys have any questions for Allison now that we have her as a prisoner on the live stream? Does anybody want to ask Allison any questions as I say hi to Kirk? Very, very good to see you and looking forward to a tsunami near you soon. And yeah, here's this exactly. It probably wouldn't even phase him. It's so true. He is stone cold. He would not even react is probably exactly what the answer there is. And so let's see. For you, Allison, we have Wednesdays, and usually that's like right around 11ish, right?
11 your time, noon my time, 1 the next time zone over, 2 the next time zone over. And in the past by a lot for Manny.
Right. Where is that off your rocka guy anyway? We're missing
No
Manny
kidding.
tonight.
You
And
gotta bring your
so
own hammer party.
yeah, I know, right? We totally need to do that. Oh
I
my
think we're
God.
getting ready to have one across the street.
Are you serious?
We might be.
Color me jealous.
I know.
What's the idea? Are you guys going to demo something or are you going to go hard rock? Oh, okay. It's a demo party.
Yeah, yep.
That can be fun. Are we making a new patio or something?
No, the neighbors, it's an abandoned property and the neighbor wants to put a new place there, so we got to take the old one down.
I love your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
All
riot. I know.
I had a darn good time in your neighborhood last night.
Good, I'm glad.
All right, I can hang with these people.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
good people,
All
good
real
music,
people. Yep.
awesome fire show.
There should be one more very tiny package in your package.
What?
I'm serious. I wonder if it wasn't in one of those earlier envelopes.
Is it this?
That's the one.
She's like, you've got like an emporium of a brain that like has the perfect,
This is what's gonna
like
make you squee. I
all
couldn't
the.
forget about that.
I like inadvertently save the best for last.
Yes.
That. Oh my gosh, these are great. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Look at that, everybody. We have some glass, and then do we have some iris? Is that iris?
I doubt it, Iris, but it is a Montana agate.
That is. I'm like backlighting it right now. It could be.
I don't think it does.
But if I say it does it? I can make it. I can
If
make
I
it.
wanted to, will it?
Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. And J-Hick is in the house. Is like I keep on wondering, would you say J-Hick or do you say Yahik? Allison, how do we say
don't
that?
know.
I don't either.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I love the like
Hello,
YouTube.
however it's pronounced.
Yes. YouTube says this is like call somebody. And oh, look at.
I know. It's doing things for me. It'll do hearts.
Mine doesn't do that.
Nobody
That's
else's
so
does
awesome.
that. It's my phone is special. I don't know.
You have a very special phone. I have a heart on my forehead, though.
You do. Well, that's way more special than this.
I don't know if it is, but it's the best I can do, y'all. I got the analog hearts going on. So like YouTube says this is like phone somebody. No, this is like Shaka, right?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, Cowabunga or
yeah, Shaka, bruh.
There should still be tiny rocks in your package that you have not come across yet.
Okay, but meanwhile, you guys.
Okay, we'll look at these.
Yeah, because we don't want them to feel bad.
And that's uranium glass, Karen.
Oh, so you being this on Sunday as well, you guys.
Yes.
Very cool. My heart is like reaching like a new time, it's like
it is. It's amazing that it's still there, but it's like migrating around.
Yeah, it's gone from like 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock or something like that. Okay, this is funny because I've got package shrapnel everywhere, and yet there's a tiny rock package that it's
somewhere in here.
It's not these.
Nope.
All right. And wait, it's nope. Those were we went through that.
That's okay. Awesome.
So awesome. Okay, wait. No, we went through that one. She's gonna reach through the like, pull out. Yeah. Right. Come on, Karen, you can see it. No, I don't think so.
I really hope so.
It's a small package. Was it in the tiny playthings package?
Maybe.
Is it this?
That's the one.
All right, we found it. It was being obscured by like the tiny crinoid things, and so all the tiny things were like obscuring the tinier thing that was like stuck at the bottom of the bag and wedged in there, hanging out with plastic. It's reflective, couldn't see it. And look, like even the heart's like, I can't believe you let this down. It's like sagging. Like my heart is sagging.
It's about to fall off. Don't worry.
It's disappointed in me. It's like I give up. Is this like a little TikTok box? Like
actually, no, I got
TikTok.
I got a whole bunch of those. I don't think they were for TikToks.
Okay. That's kind of cool though. I like that. Like it's a handy dispenser if you have tiny little like
rounds.
the peridot and stuff.
Rounds and
yeah. I like that. No way. No way, no way, no way. Oh my gosh. 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 like such harsh language, Karen. I try to keep it family style. You guys are gonna be squealing some blue streak when we're done here. Look at this. Ah! Sorry. Oh
I
my
told
god.
you she was gonna squeal.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at this. You guys can't see it. This is not doing any justice. I promise.
What's
Go
what's the
ahead.
good in having a friend in Montana if they don't send you Montana sapphires?
No way. This is the best ever. Oh, wow. This is way, 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 way generous of you too. Like these don't come easy, you guys. Like these are big honkers in by way of, like the sapphires in Montana. Am I making it any better to see?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see that. Oh,
Yes.
guys. You guys, yeah, the Rocky Mountain Bear. Like, no way, right? No way. Way. Oh, yeah, they be Montanis. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh,
You're
these are
so
like gonna
welcome.
go underneath my pillow. Like I won't work on them until after we get a better look at them on Sunday. I promise. You can look at how juicy those are. Look at the colors in those. You know that this light is like washing everything out, right? And
There's
then
a little green and a little pink barrel in the bottom, and those are not Montana. But
yeah.
the other, and they're separated into my uncle's sapphires and Gem Mountain sapphires. And the one with
Wow.
the fewer in it, those came from my uncle's private mine before he passed that along to a new owner. So I can't get any more of those either.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Am I worthy? I'm not
Yes, you
worthy.
are. What
Not
am I going to do
worthy.
with them? They're just going to look like that if I keep them. They might turn into beautiful stones if Karen has them, though.
Wow,
There
look
it
at
goes.
this. Okay. This is nuts. This is so nuts. Okay, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna mellow out. I promise you guys. But wow,
Nah.
this is yeah. What a great bag. I can't even. I'm speechless. I'm just gonna babble. Which also, Steve is not ever surprised when I can't make words, and this is definitely one of those moments. This is it. This is it. Like just squee. Yeah.
Like Christmas in July for Karen. Yes, Kathy.
Yeah,
Merry
like
Christmas. Happy 4th. Independence,
yes,
you know.
thank you. And welcome in, Kathy. And yeah, thank you so much, Allison. I just
You're so
wow.
welcome.
Yeah,
I know
how
that you're gonna do cool things with at least some of those. So I'm thrilled.
oh for sure. Yeah, I have to practice on sapphires. Yeah. I'm glad that there are multiples in there because I would be really intimidated if there were only a couple. So thank you so much. I can
Yes.
get some practicing done because I can't say that I have a whole lot of sapphires hanging around that I get to practice on. So this
Nice.
is
So you can
new.
keep them like my precious, or you can do whatever you want. You can facet them. They are yours.
I have a feeling that they all have Cinderella moments waiting, so that like I mean maybe a couple of them can stay as rough if
Yeah,
they're
there's
really neat.
probably a few there that once you get a good look at them, you're like, yeah, they're pretty fractured. Probably not. But there's a couple there that when you do get a good look at them, it's probably a good thing we're not live because Karen's going to be jumping around.
Should I just continue like afterwards like continue a recording so that you guys can see the like I'm gonna start a membership and you guys can see like Karen's like unedited reactions like on the
Literally like a
membership
fly on the
side.
wall watching Karen. Oh my gosh.
I'm just like dancing through the
Yes,
studio.
yes.
Ah! You know that's gonna happen as soon as I stop this live
Yes,
stream. Like I'm
yes.
gonna freak out. Oh
You
my
have so many cool things. There were such beautiful those opals and all kinds. Oh my gosh, you had better fire in Kyle's box. You got good stuff there. You're gonna be so busy.
yeah. Yeah, it was almost not fair to like I was like, okay, I'm doing the Kyle stuff, and then you were like, I'm available. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're doing it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much. And
It
I
is
don't
a
even
lot.
know what's in that bag. And so yeah, oh my gosh, this today is like total
Yes.
overload. Thank you so much. I'm beyond touched and beyond grateful for your incredible generosity. You're so rad. We all knew you were rad before, but
Thanks, Karen. You rock too. And
oh my
you rock,
gosh.
and you rock, and
And
you rock.
right.
All of you in the chat, you all rock. And all those you watching later at home, you rock.
Catch that goodwill, everybody. Yeah, juicy goodness. And let's see, the heart on Karen's head just rotate. I think she's happy. Yeah, it's a mood heart. The more it rotates, the more like incredibly mind blown I am. And my mind just blowing the heart around. It's crazy. Yeah, Chris would like to see the unedited version.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys really want to see that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's some stones that are really going to be insane when they're done. You guys have seen what Theo does. And you know what Theo does? He sends me all the diagrams for sapphires. He's like, "Here, you need to do this." Like he's the shoulder devil, and so
Buy
it's
the
gonna be.
ombre wire, Karen. Let me send
Oh,
you
that's
some
right.
sapphires, Karen. Yes, you got more than one devil on your shoulder.
I do. I have stadium seating, like you and Theo.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Your Montucky devils.
It is a Montana thing, isn't
It
it?
is. We're bad influence.
What is it in the water up there?
We're total heathens and total rebels up here.
Good people.
Yep, exactly.
If we move, we're probably headed up in that direction. I think so. Yeah, Lisa here is, saying how wonderful, Allison. Yes, and Karen is so thrilled. And I just feel like I don't deserve it. Lisa just hooked me up super hard too. You guys,
Yes.
if this continues, you will not see me. I am going to have to go down into the studio and do this work, and so
we'll get
yeah,
shorts and videos of all the projects she's working on, but we'll never get her live again.
Right.
But we'll be like, wow, look what she did.
That'll be the studio cam. Just set up like a game cam in the studio.
I love it. It's like motion activated. Karen is live.
See me in my bunny slippers and pajamas.
It doesn't sound bad.
Going through sapphires, maniacally laughing to myself.
The neighbors wonder what she's doing after dark out there with her black light trying to find her opal.
I do have a neighbor that was like, I saw your light on. It was like 3 a.m. Like, yeah.
I was busy.
Yeah.
I was just getting in the groove.
Yeah. Yeah, we face like an amphitheater of our neighborhood. And yeah, they can look up and they can see like the studio light. It's like, sorry. It's
Karen's
true.
in there making a Frankenstein, and you are.
It's true.
Some of your jewelry is like, the making of it is like, this little piece and that little prong and that little, stone here and that all. But when you're done, holy moly.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. It's definitely, I'm sure that people are wondering, because torches are going off in here and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're seeing it from down a little farther on the hill. They're like, what in the world is actually happening up there?
Yeah.
Fire. So,
yes.
It's true. All right. Well, you guys, we have been going for a couple of hours with all of this wonderfulness. And so I gotta thank Allison. You are so rad for being the guest of all time, and this wonderful package. Would you mind leaving everybody with where to find you on the socials, just in case there's somebody out there that's listening that is not aware of your awesomeness?
I do mostly just YouTube. I don't have a lot of other time for a lot of other socials. I do have an email, girl, GRL, otherwise everything's spelled right, the number 4 in the word life, prairiegirlforlife@gmail.com. And I'm on the Discord once in a while. If I'm missing your message on Discord, you can catch me in a lot of the other lives. Karen's live. My phone is ringing. Kyle's live, and tell me.
There's somebody now.
I still have a landline.
Like somebody just took this opportunity from the live to like, oh, we'll contact her right now. But so that you guys know, definitely watch the Prairie Girl Rocks live on Wednesday, and then we'll also have her back on Sunday to do a great number 2 for the Microzone stuff that we got tonight, and she can join us live for that. And then we all leave under a rock or live under a rock. I'm not entirely sure. Thanks all for coming. And when she gets off the phone, we'll do a group adios. And John, thank you so much for throwing her link for YouTube up. Very, very cool. And we're gonna go ahead and and sign out for the evening. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put up the goodbye credits. And shoot, man, next time we'll rehearse the song. So on Sunday we'll do the song.
In a world where you could choose to be anything, choose to be kind.
That's some great wise. Thank you so much, Allison. It's been such an awesome evening having you on. And so thank you. Yep. Thank you, Jennifer and Chris and Cheryl and Kid and Jenny and John and the other John and Kid Curry and Rocky and Ryan and Lisa, of course. Ken, you were here earlier. All y'all that are out there. Of course, Melissa. I think I said Ryan already. If not, Ryan again. You guys all rock. We'll send you out with the credit, and we will see you next Sunday. And of course, around all the YouTube lives and stuff going on all through the weekend too. Thanks again for joining, and keep rocking.